Hello. Hey, what's up? Are you still here? Yep, there is chemtrails like that here. Hey, you're not here right now. I'm here right now. I looked outside yesterday. Rocky Mountain Adventures. I'm like, what's going on? Gonna head to the woods and pick some big ass mushrooms. Figure a couple of it before I go there. You know. Bump the road. I'll be right back. All right, good morning, Rex. Glad you're here. I'm going to get some. Found the biggest chicken of the woods you ever seen. Oh, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I think there's a cloud in the sky. Boom. What today? Got my backpack and a couple of bags and a knife. All these shoes still wet. Mm-hmm. Whew. Yeah, got an hour and a half late. Okay, 10 seconds. A lot of honey. Oh, that smells good. Oak tree. It's in your face. It's pretty clear. I tried to put a gate in my step. When I slow down walking like this, so I can crawl. So, yeah. Oh, I found a lot. We're sitting in this parking lot. You're off the scooter. There's a dirt track there. There's a blue jay. Right from here. I might go fishing here. Well, that's sticking in the woods and shoot bluegills in the water. I didn't look how hot it's going to get today. I can already tell that probably shouldn't have wore pants. I'm taking my legs and getting up. Yep. I saw these mushrooms a couple hundred yards away. I could see them glowing, the orange. I don't know if you ever had chicken in the woods before or found them. I did read, but they can get up to 50 pounds. It says. But they're on marketplace for 48. Look at this. This will That's wet. So I'm gonna get soaking wet. There's some deer right here. Yeah, yeah, it's wet. Oh, that sounds good. Chip lemon. They had a bunch of mulch here. I used to go ahead and get worms. Yeah, I'll see it wet. There's a groundswell. Chipmunk thing. The weeds here are still huge from all the rain. Got the rain. This year we got it 2 years combined, I'm sure. I think we got 16 inches. See? Oh, that's right here. I fell. Took a flat. I see that. Oh, it's gone. Real quick. Oh, look how close that was. Look at that. The locust. We only have one going. I think it is. It's the Sasquatch right there. Structures everywhere. One of the biggest grapevines I've ever seen in here. Sorry about this big burrow. Check out this grapevine. This is a grapevine. It's a spiral staircase. Look how big it is. Yeah, great. That burrow over on the tree. It looks like I'm lucky in spiders. It's not out bad yet. But in that web everywhere. Can't wait till blackberries come on. I gotta do more though. Gooseberries are already pretty. Oh, look at this coral. Look at that. Oh, hang on. I gotta get. Yeah, take this. Coral is so good. You see why they call it coral? It's like coral. It's on its own log. Check it out. Check it out. These are so good to eat. What about they? Yeah. They get bigger, but I don't care. The deer like them too. I don't get them now. They'd be gone. Just like I don't even know if the wood will still be there, but I've had them disappear. But anytime I don't bring my backpack, it's catch 22. You know what I mean? Okay, look here on the other side. It's starting to get the old jellies too. These are delicacy in this. It's young and small, tender. Tender. I think tender's from Weird App now or something. Yeah. The bone right there, look. Chewed up like a crazy for a squirrel. Or a rabbit, I don't know. Gooseberries. Look at those turkey tails. Yeah, fun guy. Yeah, add flavor to it. I'm gonna say this year I'll look at the recipe and I'm gonna do a egg flour on the chicken on the wood because it keeps it kind of steams them, keeps it heat in when you got a crust on it. It's a good sign. All this rain, and it almost. Yeah, I need to have some kind of lines laying here. And I'll have several out here. Here's 4 laps is like at the top. This is probably gonna be better. Break it down. A lot of dead wood out here. You mean? I got 2 people watching today. Thursday morning, and I streamed for almost 5 hours already. There's 2 different kinds already. There's jelly. I'm gonna leave him for now. He's big. I don't know, messing with enough bags called jelly. It's like jelly. Oh yeah, it's Kool-Aid. I can make tons of mushroom dipper. Yeah, those 2. Five at a time. Just like a coral the other day. Still growing. Get my tongue there. That water running good. Yeah, that's falling out of the zoo. We got a waterfall over there. It comes out here. And right there, it's coming from pumped water. I haven't found any honey this year or oysters. There's another. Look at all the 3 different kinds of here. Looking at the rarest mushrooms in the realm. Pretty cool. Oh, look at these funky ones. Tubular horn. Those jellies. You have to wait. Sometimes I take 4 or 5 triplers things like that. You know, come on and separate. Hey, Chaz. I saw you were walking when I finished my live stream, but I was up on live stream and shit. I got a couple power naps in. So, just got it. And probably find a bunch on these over here. Look at these jellies, how big they are. One more. Get over here. This little valley over here, you can pull the ditch root. Divot here. Yeah. Oh, look at that. That's an old one there. Yeah, you don't see snakes anymore. You know, used to when I was a kid. Snakes are everywhere. Where do you at? Where's your hubby? Oh, I'm going to be so quick to the knees. Right. I got a great big backpack. Big. You want to wait somebody? Yes. Ooh, deer right there. Man, oh man. That's coming. Look at this. Wildfire. Look at that thing. Here it is. Yeah. Yeah. Good big stuff right there. Kicking the wood on it. They come back up to 5 here. Okay. Bamboo balloon. Get with us through the winter. It's afraid to shit too. They didn't kill it. Can't kill bamboo. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Nature here is though. It's off. I mean, it's clocked off. Last year the turtles came out of hibernation too much early. The gooseberries are pretty ripe and done too much early. Here. Mother Nature's hanky. Yeah. The rock down so check certain places. Yeah, I've sold. I thought Arrow had one for 2,700 and 1,700. Pretty good thing. People, when you're feeding happy, they're very. Good sound, ain't it? They're ready. Like that. Ooh, then yeah, yeah, yeah. We're getting the antenna tree up here. Let's hide if I can do this. Happy. Rolling on the river. Take her. I had a rock or petrified wood. Yeah, too far away. That's an animal. I eat them all. Here, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, you can tell just by the way they made it and hook. Which one's an edible after all, but the name for some reason. Oh, yeah. Hang on. Oh, I gotta put my backpack. Let me get a kind of got three in here. Yeah. Got me. Called foraging. And I could go into the woods with nothing. And within a week I'd have shelter. You know. Looks good when you give me For real. My family found some though. From here, where the crow flies. Every time anywhere you're at, you can go up in there. Bottom of the floodplain. Believe it or not, my roommate is a woman. Collects mine on 40. Second one. Oh man, that's it. Conversation. Nothing new in my world. I always find you. My feet are wet now. Okay. Oh, oh man, I thought that was fun. Well, where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and about I found free love. You married her and you were sure. Schism. Like the last one. Yep. Got so much rain. Creek's all turned over. Yeah, that's nothing. Look at that. This one's ooh. Huh? I gotta go to the side. Oh, yeah. But, there we go. I'm gonna start with the drill. I found a drill on the other side of this creek on the other side of the interstate. It's actually a drill. But it's also used for keeping the tiki. Yeah, tiki door. I don't bust my ass in some mud. Right there. Oh, oh yeah. Can't wait. I'm going to try to bring one of these back attack. Get off there, centipede. So I found some morels. Last year was over here. They're past season time. Oh, I feel like a porter. Okay. I was on the other side of the river. Oh, I saw him. Definitely they're up the hill. I see what he got. Turtle for you. And yeah, where is it? I hear you. Good morning. Nature will rock. It's got limbs in it. Oh yeah, I lost my sunglasses out here yesterday. And my other ones just fell off my hat. I got it close to where I found them. I was kind of excited. I said it fell off my hat and didn't know it. I lost 3 or 4 pair out here. Here. Look at that. Look at follow me. Have rock, we'll throw. Buckeye tree. I like the tree prop. Yeah, I got 42 pounds. Hey, what's up, Crazy 23? Good to see you. Hey, Tanya. What's up, girl? Wait till you see these chickens in the woods. Anybody knows mushrooms? Knows these are gonna. You'll know. Fun time. These are all rose, but these berries all got thorns. Hope you're having a good day and some good weather. It's about climbing up over 70 right now. Ah, a lot of great things. Yeah, we're getting close. Fine. No. Oh, look at you. It was weird, but it's so good. Yeah. Oh, man. No, excuse Louise. Well, yeah, passed him. Had to get my bearing straight. Oh, well, just a tight track around here. I think I went. Living in the spider web. Yeah, passed. Leave a message and I'll call you back. Okay. Pretty sweating. See my electric on. I can't see it. To work on your leg. Yeah, it wasn't vertical. It's right there, see? Oh, that's better than me. The web. Dimension. Fuck off. I never have to. Part of the Wow. Shit. Definitely part. Another rock wall. How I missed. the hell? Yeah. Yeah, I'm really confused. I may have to go back the other way. Anything lost? I'm not. Oh well, I got all day to wander around here. Definitely weird. Everybody got lower after it was yesterday, I think. And they had been bubbling. Not thinking I was. Do it again. I'll go down here below it. I feel like it was just far down though. I was looking up there. You don't see him from here yet? Well, I looked at him yesterday, but back. Squash, squash. Down here. Trip. No. What? That's crappy. What are you doing? Here. I'm trying to find these mushrooms today. Seem to have a little bit of trouble. He's might talk to me. Oh, there's something down there. I don't think I was this far. Roll it harder. This is so muddy. Yeah, we'll find it. Nothing. Got it. I'm being good. Oh, I know where I'm at now. I'm too far. I rolled this down here last year. Hey, come on. Look at that. It's off of Ridemore. Brand new. It was up there top of the hill where the highway is. I rolled it down here. Yeah, I think it went way too far. I'm like halfway to squash it. Don't realize it sometimes. How fast you can move through the woods. Look not the right height right now. There's a lot of weird trees out here. Oh shit, they're gone. Came a different way yesterday. Oh, there's it. Oh, no. Crash! And I crash and leave. Crash all the time. Damn rubber. Okay, I'll see you back there. Give me a second. I can't believe I haven't broke his phone yet. I'll try to look. Ooh. Long time.
Hey,
Just like the old days.
right? Yeah. That
That
tree with the roots wrapped around it was the wicked one. Looks cool.
These are two biggest chickens of the woods I've ever seen.
I'm asking everybody if they saw my beaver, Sass.
Your what?
Did you see my beaver?
Huh.
You want to see my beaver?
You know, it's okay. You can actually say that now and not have no worry. Yeah.
I asked everybody, you want to see my beaver? Taking a bath?
I thought it was Winona's big brown beaver.
Yep. Squeezing his tail, the water out of his pelt. He looked like a little bear on a rock.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, they used to say helps shade a tree, eat a beaver.
And a black mallard duck. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Hey, mallards. Those mallards, their feathers are killer.
Oh, they were fighting with each other. It was funny. He just sit at the water and smoke.
I found some of their feathers that were black, and they get that blue. Like blue.
The mallard ducks.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're hybrid. They're turning hybrid. If you were watching your animals, they're changing. I've got a kind of like a gray, reddish squirrel. Yeah. It's got a red tail out here. So it was funny seeing the black squirrel, because black squirrels are only in Ontario, chasing this one thing.
I've never seen a black squirrel.
Well, they're morphing.
We have a Marionville, Missouri has white squirrels. There are like 2 places in the United States that have them, and they won't live anywhere else. When they try to move them, they don't live. It's pretty weird. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to him, because I know. Shit, I'm gonna have to let you sit on here for a second.
This is where I find flowers.
Oh, there's wildflowers everywhere.
Yeah, and you can bring them home, right?
I have to look at yesterday's video to figure out where they were at.
They're the best to grab them from the forest. Are they spraying near you? With the helicopters?
Oh, no.
Oh, they're doing it over here because of the gypsy moths.
Oh, yeah?
Every time I'm in the river, I have to be with my hood because of the caterpillars coming out of the trees.
How can you is it thick or you can see it?
Yeah, they do it on the weekends, on Sundays.
Yeah. I figured.
You get the helicopters out there. Sasquatch mind control.
All right, what's up, brother? Haven't seen him in a while.
He's off to work, he said.
Oh, that's cool. I did that for 3 weeks, all I could take. I was the oldest person there, even older than the manager.
Are you still working at?
I can't handle ignorance anymore.
You're still doing the restaurant, though?
I was working at Applebee's cooking, and every waitress there was
like the opposite type of people.
They all had tattoos and piercings in their ears, nose, and lips. Yep. And there was the waitress, servers. I was like, what the?
Yeah, what the hell am I walked into? A new world. A new world, right?
I made
so
it
there's
3
2
weeks.
ways to go about this. You go the nature way, like this, or you go the virtual reality way, right? I'm not one
Yeah.
for virtual reality. A lot of people
No.
are.
And the Filipino, he worked there. He still does. And I didn't even tell him that I applied. He didn't even know I got a job there. And one of his friends is he's a Native American from up in Wisconsin
Okay.
and Shoshone, I think he was.
Shoshone.
And yeah, he asked Mark. He said, "What you doing now?" And he went and got the phone. And it's the day I caught all them fish. He said he showed him the picture of the stringer. He said that's what he's doing.
Yeah, right? Like in the nature, getting back to the roots of who we are.
Hey, go ahead and do what you want to do for a minute. 'Cause I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
get my
I
YouTube.
mean,
I,
to each their
I'm
own.
gonna look at my video yesterday because I'll know where they're at. Then I'll be right
Hmm.
back. Cool.
Okay. It's to each their own. I mean, you're on the video or take the technology and you go with her. Oh, he's in the portal. I hope everybody's okay today. He's just in the portal somewhere. Sassy. Be safe at work. This guy's got a lot of mushrooms on this tree. Holy crap. Sass, where'd you go? He says he was coming right back. I'm going to get my drugs. Going to get my drugs. I'm going to get my medicine. Medicine man. I'm a medicine man. Man. What the hell? I don't know where Sasquatch went.
Where'd you go? Hello? Okay. I think I went far. Too far. Kind of hidden too, it's right angle. Trust my gut first. Turned around, kept going. I'm soaking wet from sweat and water. And dew. I love you. Either I missed him or something got him. I got plenty of cardio in this week. Big time, big time. Big ass red tree is high. That shit. Yeah. Truck over. Shit. It's ready to go, dude. What's up, bro?
What's up? Show me.
Trying to get those in the woods, but
What's up?
there's that white truck over here with flashing lights, so I got to turn down low because I don't want to hear me. I'll hear that. Shit. Yeah. I'm having
What
trouble
are we
finding
looking
them.
for?
I found these giant chicken of the woods yesterday, the biggest one I ever found in my life.
Oh, mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I thought you were looking for a real chicken.
oh, these are giant, dude. No. But over here where that truck is.
What color are they?
Orange.
All right.
Orange and kind of white. Hey, I'm gonna turn you down for a minute.
Chicken. Hen of the woods, right?
Yeah, these are chicken of the woods. Hen of the woods are different.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm gonna turn you down for a minute while I'm going by this truck.
Yeah, go
Because
ahead.
it's no trespassing where I'm at.
Whoa.
I'll be up.
Gun alley.
I don't know if they're left. I found them. Yeah. Wait, are you ready?
Yeah.
Just wait till you see this shit. Okay. See that shit? Look at
What's that? What's that?
that. That's the
Skunk
chicken of the woods.
cabbage?
That's the chicken of the woods.
That is? Really?
Yeah. how big it is.
Wow,
I mean,
that's
this is like,
huge.
hey, it's 25 to $48 a pound.
Wow.
And you look it up. Yeah, on Google Lens. Do you have that?
Yeah, I think so.
How you do it? You just take a screenshot and then go to Google Lens. I mean, truck.
Really?
Hey, I'm gonna put you down for a minute while I cut these and put them in my bag.
Go ahead. That's incredible find. Look at the size of that thing. What does it taste like? Chicken? It's incredible. I wonder what the range is for those things. Wow. I guess you gotta protect it from getting damaged, bruising or whatever on the sections there. That's incredible find for the third time. Impressive. I wonder if you have to leave like the root section there for it to regrow. Mycelium, spores, spread through. It must travel underground and pop up here and there. That's incredible. Imagine if that was a magic mushroom. Now that would be freaky. Taking everything? Holy smokes. I guess it's all worth something.
What is it?
It's a huge mushroom.
Oh,
Chicken of the woods. That orange thing right there. See that? That's one big clump.
oh,
Wow, it's huge. It's like a big, I thought it was a head of cabbage. Skunk cabbage or something.
Yeah.
But those are usually green or purple. You don't see them probably till the fall.
Yeah.
That's why this is springtime. Still early, late spring, almost summer.
Yeah.
Summer down there.
Derby.
It's kind of
Hey, Joe. Cold
early
Spring.
summer
Here. Look.
in Missouri.
Mm.
Yeah. See, look,
Oh, look at it. Yeah.
fantastic.
What is that? Like it's
It's a mushroom, fungi, mushroom,
Yeah.
whatever.
I just run into that.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at it already. See if I can put it.
A huge score.
Oh.
Right on. Right on, brother. Good score. We don't have anything like that down here.
No.
I don't even think we even have chipmunks. Fuck,
We do.
we do. You need the spores to plant them down in the park. Pray nobody finds them. Right?
Yeah.
Dig them up.
Yeah.
Right. Oh. A lot of work harvesting this. I guess you got to be careful you don't damage it. Lose it up.
Has any rain.
You said they're up 24 to $48 a pound, something like that for on the market. Sell to the fancy restaurants. Wow. My friend there, Mike Doze, where he is, in, down by London there. I think he's got that chaga bark on the birch trees, right? I was gonna ask him to send me some. You make a tea out of it.
Yeah.
I used to see that. I didn't know what that was years ago.
Mm.
Now I do. I see lots of it in certain places.
Mm.
Right on. Gonna harvest the other one too.
No, I'm gonna take it tomorrow. I can get my backpack's completely full.
Right on. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to damage it too, you know. I
Yeah,
get
exactly.
right,
Wh-
bruise
When
it.
they're fresh like this, they break pretty easy.
Yeah, I believe that.
I lost my sunglasses. I'm curious. Maybe I can go look over it. Hey, this is a field right next to that other field that's got all the trucks, and this one has none.
Right.
I'm in the clear now. I can outrun them. Hallelujah. Hey,
How
the city
far off
owns
the main trail?
the city owns all this property back behind the zoo, and they're making a nature thing out here. Just look, see that concrete?
Yeah.
They got a frisbee golf course out here already.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's funny is the day I found it, that morning I found a frisbee. And I come out here, and then there's a frisbee
I
golf
see the
course
fairway. Yeah.
all the way around that pond up through the
Wow.
frisbee golf course.
I believe it.
Look at that.
Cool.
Yeah, look at the rock. Yeah, it was cool this morning. I wore pants. Now it's heating up. Man, that was crazy. And I walked too fast because I walked way past him. I couldn't find him because I was like half a mile away. But there used to be old homesteads out here, a long time ago. Be a fence up there soon, the zoo. That's why I think they're in this thicket because the school, the fairgrounds, and the zoo. They like looking at people. They watch. Here's another concrete pad right here. The launch room. See? Right over here.
Right. I see that.
And then they got those metal ring things to throw them in.
All right.
I played frisbee golf. They got about 5 courses in town.
Right.
One of them goes, is at the Bible College. One of them goes all around the Bible College, around the ball fields and shit. Pretty cool. That's the zoo right there.
Really.
I don't know what they're keeping there because I haven't seen much in there, but I mean, look at all the. See, look, I missed that big tree. Hey, yesterday I was riding, I was cruising through the woods, and I found a fence about a foot and a half tall. I found last year. So I falling on my face. Oh, look, there's that truck moving now. Hopefully I'll turn around. Hopefully go that way and keep going. Most people are civilized, they're not doing it wrong.
That's true.
I mean, I've got caught places. What saved me is I had a 5-gallon bucket, and I've been picking up the trash too. You know what I mean?
Right. You keep that area clean.
If I go fishing, I take more back than I took with me. You know what I mean?
Right on.
I'll pick up everything, and some of it I'll keep. Most of it I throw away. You never know. I keep every piece of rope, twine. See, these are gooseberry bushes. See them? And look at the thorns on them. See all the gooseberries? Look,
Yeah, yeah.
when they ripe, you pick them now and you make gooseberry pie, and they'll pucker your lips. You know what I mean? But if you wait till they're ripe, they look like Concord grapes, and they're
Yeah.
that sweet.
My friend's dad used to grow them in his yard.
Well, they're everywhere here. I mean, last year I was eating blackberries, strawberries, gooseberries, and mulberries all the same day.
You have any huckleberries or no?
Uh, I don't even know what a huckleberry is, so I guess not. All I know about huckleberries, Val Kilmer. I'll be your huckleberry. That's a Mandela effect too. You know that?
You're right.
Supposedly. See this creek down here. I don't know if it ever really ran, but it's just this is the bottom of everything. So the zoo has a waterfall in there, and it comes out right here.
Right.
There's water that's pumped by the city. Look at that footprint in this rock. Look, I saw this. You never know what you'll find.
You switched the thing off. The
Oh, did
live
I?
feed. Yeah.
Okay,
All
check this out.
Okay,
found
thank you.
A glass that says Zach on it. Look,
Wow. Who
and
would
it's
throw
still,
that away?
I keep shit like that. I found several. It's still got lemonade in it or something.
Right on. You find any more arrowheads or flint pieces?
I mean, I find tools all the time.
I
I
seen
haven't
it.
found it.
I seen in one little documentary the same kind of the ones you've shown, exact
Oh yeah,
same. Yeah, it was
yeah.
really
I found a lot of tools before, and down there at Wolf, my buddy got killed. This guy, he did a lot of work for him. He thought he knew everything about it. And those are just rocks.
right.
I had to show him,
Cool. Find any bodies floating down the river, creek?
Hey, after
No?
finding that one, I don't even look anymore. If I see something that looks like a lump, I go over the other way. I'm serious, dude.
See, I
I do
believe
not
you. I
want
would
to.
do the same.
I'm not getting
I'm not
try
getting
finding
involved. That's right. That's right.
because
It's
I had
supposed to.
that bothered me for a long time, and
Right.
especially because he was a veteran, and he was missing, wasn't missing, and no one ever claimed him.
Right.
So his ashes are still sitting down there at the funeral home,
Wow.
and he's a staff sergeant. That's stupid. And I couldn't understand because he was completely a skeleton in his clothes, and the head was quite a ways away, but they said he committed suicide. How the fuck do they know that? I mean, they didn't
They
even
don't.
investigate.
They really don't.
I went back a month later and found the neck bone and the jaw bone.
Right.
They had to wheel off of the. And at first I had the jawbone on a deer skeleton, and I made it a skinwalker. I took a snapper shell and had around it like the dress of a sheep. But
Oh, really?
I started feeling guilty, and I went and buried it, the jaw.
Yeah, that's good.
But the
I
nose
had to
of the
bring, I remember once I had to bring back some stone tools I found.
yeah.
Put them back on the native land there. Yeah, that was.
Well, sometimes you just get a feeling it ain't right.
That's right. That's right.
But that jaw, the deer chewed off, and that jawbone fit on there perfect. It was crazy looking. But the jawbone had fillings in it, so I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
But no one claimed him at all, and that sucked. And okay, I was with this other dude when I found him,
Right.
and I called him over there, and I mean, it hit him hard. He wouldn't even go back with me when I found him the first day, and I took his backpack and dumped it. Or no, I took it with me. Took it back to where I lived, and it had his dog tag. Well, the dog tags were still around his neck. But I had his
Really?
social security note. He had his jump boots on and a camelback half full of water. And I took his social security number and his military number, and I couldn't find nothing on him. So I dumped everything. Well, he had a brand new pair of
What
sunglasses.
happens with that? If you turn that stuff in, what happens to it? Do they eventually get rid of it, or?
I don't know, but I kept the sunglasses and the flashlight with the built-in taser and the knife.
Right.
And I gave the flashlight taser to a friend of mine because he wanted it. The first time I wore the sunglasses, I lost them. in the woods. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, it is. It's
I
like an
still have the
invisible.
knife. I still have the knife, but I don't use it.
That's weird.
Yeah. This is that Flint and Church. They used to take and this. I heard some guy the other day debunking a bunch of shit. Some guy thought he knew everything, and but they get these big rocks and put them in a fire and get them real hot, and then they pour water on them.
Right.
And they flake out. But I was always told that the different colors of it because they tempered it and they knew what tools to make out of the color, the hardness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, made
That's
sense
interesting.
because it's all the same rock, different
Right.
colored because it's been heated. Like metal.
Yeah, the metallurgy. So
Yeah,
that's
they're not that
interesting.
stupid. They act like
Oh,
they're just idiots. I don't believe in cavemen. God didn't make cavemen. God made smart people. Why would we go back to cavemen? I don't think so.
no.
It's just
We
that
have,
his story.
I think we all have those skills imprinted into our minds, you
Yeah.
know. So no matter what happens, those skills come back.
See, well, I always tell people a story. Back in the day, they went to some country and they asked them 10 questions that only common people would know the 3 questions, and they answered them. So then they told the people like 3 more of the answers,
Right.
and then they went across the pond to another country and did the same thing, and they knew 6 answers because everybody has that common link, you know what I mean?
Right.
Common knowledge, and it passed on that way just through the ether, I guess you could say.
Well, that's
You know what I
very.
mean?
That's
Yeah, I
good.
know.
Mind
Makes sense,
thought.
though.
That's
I mean, there's some things that everybody knows,
right.
and sometimes there's common knowledge, and some people don't have it. They're not very bright because I'm sorry, everybody acts like everybody on YouTube is sane. That do the percentage of people that are crazy ass freaks in the world, and it's gonna be the same amount of people on YouTube. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I've always been able to judge character, and I knew when somebody was nuts. So that's why a lot of times I don't even say nothing. I just don't talk to them anymore. That way I don't hurt nobody's feelings, and people get butt hurt too easy. One thing I've noticed is everybody takes everything you say personal. I
That's
had to
what I
tell it.
find.
I tell that Filipino is what really got me because he wasn't raised here. So there we go. You take it for granted the stuff we know in the United States because they don't teach third world countries shit like we do. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he says stuff that he doesn't realize what he's saying. And it's so funny. We did panels before where I just laughed because, first time I took him out in the woods, saw a bunch of minnows, and he goes, "Look at all those fish." And I said, "That's bait." He goes, "You have to use bait to catch them?" I'm like, "No, that's bait."
Really? Why would they say that? That's
Because,
crazy.
in the ocean, though, they catch little fish.
But see, I know what you're saying because maybe where they come from, they use spear fishing or netting. They wouldn't use
Yeah,
bait. They're
yeah,
not
but
fishermen. What would you
no,
say? As a classic fisherman with a pole and a rod, you know?
yeah, they don't. That's us. But they use,
No,
like
no.
you said, they
Yeah,
cast net. And I
right.
don't know how to cast net, and you throw that out there right, and you'll catch.
Or they'll dam up part of the river,
Yeah.
creek, whatever, and
Yeah.
then put poison in that little dam
Hey, you know who
water,
else does that?
right?
Hey, down in the area, the 400.
Right.
That's one thing discovered is they had taken and built one of those areas up because it flooded, and then
Right.
when it recedes, that area is full of fish because they can't
Sure.
get out if they're back
Right.
in there, And we
They left
found
the
it where they
water,
built.
yes.
Yeah,
Of course.
Sasquatch built one there. I mean, it's
Interesting.
crazy. Oh yeah, it was
Well,
like
yeah. I believe
there's
that.
two
I
options.
believe they divert sections of the river for their personal use,
Yeah, and
So you can't
I've
see them,
they
right?
I've read a lot of people seen them eating clams, mollusks,
Right.
and
Of
diving
course
in the
you
water to get them. Why couldn't they go underwater?
sure you can. Behind a patch of foliage, a thick foliage, they can easily
Yeah,
divert a section of the river.
you know how you do the same thing I do. You know how to manipulate the contrast and colors to bring shit out. Well, that's how
Right.
when I first started. I thought I was seeing stuff. So the app I use, I took lots of screenshots of polar bears, coyotes, bears, everything,
Right.
and then I adjusted the color. And this one app that I use, 9 times out of 10, you'll see them. They're blue. I don't know why the color's blue in the one thing. I mean, they stick out like a
Yeah,
sore
yeah.
thumb. But you know, if you take pictures of big structures, they're usually right there by them or hiding by them. I don't know why. But you can't see them. You know, the deal is the camera is not biased. We've been
No, it's
indoctrinated.
not.
The camera just takes a picture of whatever's there.
They're watching.
Yeah,
You know, they're watching us.
yeah,
To see what our reaction.
exactly.
Right?
But you know, yeah, and that's when I got first got before I even got into anything. Oh, I don't know how many years ago. I first had a good camera on my cell phone. I used to take random pictures when I was on the brush hog and all kinds of shit. And then people that usually catch, that's a knife. Look, people that usually catch stuff,
Oh yeah.
it's by accident. You get them by accident in the background or something, you know?
Yeah. I find people who aren't even looking for them, like hikers.
Exactly.
Right. They'll
Hey,
have it
dude,
in their footage. It's interesting, but when you're looking for them, they hide from you. You know.
people come in there stealthy. What do you think they're gonna do? See, look at that. See, that's where the stick went. But like
Right on.
I was going to work one day, and I had to drive like 30 minutes south, and I come over the hill, and there's a shitload of ambulances and cop cars everywhere. I mean, it was brightened up everywhere, and there was a car wreck. So then I had my Camaro, and I had T-tops, which I never had in. So I just
Right.
stick the camera above the T-tops and take pictures. Well, I took like on an iPhone, you can go tick, 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 you know what I mean? It does
Yeah.
those.
Burst
Uh,
mode.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even look at the pictures till a few days later, and only in one frame there was a UFO above all that shit. In the next frame, it was gone. It was
I
in
believe
one
that.
frame out of all that. And I even sent it to the TV station. You know, I emailed it, and I
Right.
never heard nothing back. Hey, have you seen alien head? Have you seen alien head out here? I found.
No, I don't think I have.
Oh, check this out. I had. I hope it's still here. Uh-oh. It may be gone. Oh, here it is. Check this out. This will blow your mind, heavy too. I found it. Oh, yeah, look at this dude. I gotta get it to stand up. It's heavy.
I see it.
Look, there's the face. Look at this. There's the nose,
Yeah.
eye, mouth. Here's a. This is like a communicator.
Oh,
This is a helmet. Look, and up here it looks like
yeah.
it's
I
cut back.
see that. That's
Brain. It looks like
amazing.
brain matter. And there's the neck. Look. I mean, look at that. Is that crazy? Looks like
Yeah,
something
it is.
out of fucking.
Wow.
Doesn't it?
Holy smokes, man.
I mean,
That's
it's
incredible.
obvious, isn't it? I
Of
know.
course.
Weighs about 25 pounds of them.
The alien head.
I know.
Holy smokes.
I mean,
Yeah.
I took when I first found it, I took pictures and I went back and I changed colors. I had this white and all these different colors. You can see it. But,
Right,
I mean,
right.
it looks like a helmet with a hole, and that looks like a
Yeah.
mouthpiece. It's
Of
weird, isn't
course
it?
it does.
But I mean, I
Is
don't
that
know
a
if
carving,
somebody.
right?
I know,
Yeah.
but look at that.
Wow.
Wow, you found it in the
But man,
woods?
it's heavy, and it takes up a lot of room. I mean, look down here. Looks like veins. You know what I mean? Weird.
Right. That's
Just
incredible.
look
Fun.
at that. See, look at that.
Him.
And look at that. It's got a layer of, you know what? Look at that. Yuck. I mean, that's like matter or look like flesh or something,
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
it? I just, when I seen it, I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, what the?
Almost like it's fossilized, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call this the land of the giants because look at these tools, how big they are. Look at this. See how that's cut out? Look
Right.
at that. You can't
Wow.
pick that shit up. I mean, there's stuff here, axe heads and shit. I don't know how, there's no way a Native American could even think about it. But I call this the land of the giants because I got the one thing I did take back. I got the arrowhead that weighs 23 pounds.
Wow.
I mean, it's huge. You know what I mean?
That is huge.
And I didn't get it for a year. I went back and looked at it, and it took me a year for I finally put it in the backpack because I was like, I just could not take it. I had to. You know what I mean? Like that
Right.
thing there, I'm eventually whenever we get out of this.
Maybe the spirits there, the forest finally said you're free to take it.
Oh, I know, but I think I really there's a
As
place
long as
here
you have a
called
positive experience with it.
yeah, there's a place called let me see, Bluff Cave or not Bluff Cave. I can't think of it now. It's down where I go, but it's a golf course, and there's two rivers meet there, and I found all kinds of shit there, and because it's that cave that they found when they were cutting the road through. It's got the oldest fossils in the world in this cave because, like, this saber-toothed tiger thing ran in this cave chasing these wild pigs, and it caved in on them. So when they found it, the footprints were still in there because nothing had ever been in there. And they have a museum there now with all these different bones. But when they first found it, some people saw it and went in there. And just being in there and walking and just the stuff off of you can ruin everything. I mean, now they got stairs going down.
Aren't some of the native tribes having reclamation projects from certain museums to take back their stuff?
Oh yeah, they've been having to give it all back to them. They've been having to give all the Native Americans back all that stuff. But they got a museum there now, and they put a manhole cover
on the bag. A flap or a pigeon? Come on.
Who did him, Gabriel?
Hey, but you can pay them, and they'll take you in there for a tour if you pay. But it's crazy, dude. It's like, well, I fish there just like a quarter mile down the road. There's the river, and it splits into two sections. And the old original bridge is there, and the water goes over it, and it can't come back up because the dam part. So it's like a giant lake or pond, and on top of that cave, I found all kinds of arrowheads. Right. And that's where, that picture that I've got of the Sasquatch holding the baby?
Yeah.
That's right above that cave.
Wow.
And that, that's the oldest cave in the United States, or the whole world with that kind of fossil. It makes sense that, see that right there, that leaner? There's like 5 places here. It's got the tree leaning on the.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Man, it's nice up here underneath this overhang. You know that guy Kevin that did the Glag story?
Yeah.
Well, he used to live here. Me and him used to come down here all the time. But we came down here. We'd go in the winter.
You must have some good times, though,
Oh, we did. But we'd pull down to here. Look at all these mushrooms. They came up since I came here. We came down here, and if you came down here in the winter, right where I'm at now, when it was like 30, it'd be 0 here. I mean, we'd try to kill them, and if you didn't have gloves on, you'd get frostbite almost on your hands. It was wild. This road wasn't here till last year, and they made it to fix that fence down there. They put that new fence in.
Interesting.
Before that, though, there was no one ever out here. They did that.
You think more people came down here 30, 40 years ago, or? You think the hippies traveled through here back in 40, 50 years ago?
I don't know.
In the woods?
I doubt it. Because around here,
really?
There used to be a sheriff.
I know and heard a lot of stories.
Oh yeah.
Little hippie camps in the woods, in the deep woods there, like near local.
Well, we got a lot of state parks and shit, but this right here is there used to be the old school here, and I doubt there used to be people here a long time ago. I'm talking some of the dumps I found here. They got trees.
Rode their bikes through here and had a party. No.
Well, I know. The Hells Angels were going to come here, and Christian County, Buff Lamb was the sheriff that had he's mean. I mean, he
drove him out of town. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, he did. But at one time,
lucky.
My mom knew him, luckily. But when he died, I used to work for the owner of, look at these treatment contracts here, Ozark Bank.
Oh, I see those.
Yeah. He owned the bank, and he knew him, and he told me when he died, he had to pay for half the funeral because he had no money. Look, these are ink spots. Look at them.
Wow.
And
That's fine.
and then when they sold his farm, they found like 4 or 5 bodies on the farm. Like I knew a guy that was a deputy for him when he was younger,
Oh, yeah.
and he said, "There's all kinds of mushrooms." Whenever like a diesel, a few times ran off the road,
Oh, I
and
believe it. They were tough
and the
cops.
crash with all this stuff in it, he'd call them all, and the sheriffs and deputies would all go down there and keep all the shit out of the trailer in it.
Wow.
They're pretty quick.
Of
You look,
course.
people, you can live in the woods easy. Like those 2 kicking in the woods, you can take them and dehydrate them and dry them. Those 2 big ones like that, you could live on that for like 3 or 4 months.
Really?
Oh yeah, they're all
Loaded
the
with
shit.
nutrients?
Oh yeah, they're good for you. Like they those jellies. See, look at this. The jellies. They cell reproduction, all kinds of shit. The chicken of the woods. It keeps cancer cells from going into cells. The cancer, it won't let them.
Yes.
So you know what I mean. Anything
Well,
that's antioxidant is good. Blackberries are the number 1 antioxidant there is.
blackberries?
Yep.
Blue. Really? I thought
Yep.
blueberry. What do you call
Yeah,
it?
blackberries are.
Blue, dark purple is pretty good, in color.
Yeah, the blackberries here though, after all this rain, they're gonna get fucking huge, dude. And
Yeah. I like to
I
see
love it.
them.
God, what the hell was that?
Quail. Is that a bird?
Oh, it's a
Quail?
fucking bee. It's a big old fucking bee. It's on my back.
A
And
bee?
you know what? Hey, I about out here. I don't know what kind they are, but I've had them fucking come out here so bad. They chased me clean out of the fucking woods till I got out of them. Just
I
fucking
believe
at me. I'm serious. Hey, a couple of years ago, right in this area right here, I was going through there and I looked and there was a trap, for trapping animals and shit.
Right.
A cage. And I was sitting there looking at it and it had a baby possum in it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't lie. Next thing you know, this young guy and girl come walking up. And he goes, that's my trap. I go, what are you doing? He goes, I was trying to catch a baby raccoon. I said, well, you got a baby possum in there. He goes, cool. He doesn't realize how nasty them fuckers are.
That's right.
I mean, they stink.
They're vicious, man. Holy smokes.
And
Sharp
I
needle.
used to have wooden rabbit traps,
Yeah.
kind of with a wood with put an apple in the back and put a peg through the hole and, they trigger it. And ooh, Baker. If you ever got a possum in there, you just throw the trap away because you'll never get a rabbit in there ever again because of the smell and they shit and piss in there.
We used to see possums all the time when we were kids in this one part of the large park, the Dells there. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where those oaks were or something. I think they like only a certain kind of tree, hemlocks and oaks.
Well, possums are freaking everywhere here. They're in the city everywhere.
Yeah, not where I live. Just one little tiny part, and unfortunately, they always seem to get hit by cars.
Oh yeah, but our winters have turned mild. Yeah, and we don't have a winter hardly. We had a little bit of snow,
I
but
know.
all the armadillos migrated up here because of the winter.
Really?
Because they hibernate in the
You
winter.
gotta be careful. 1 in 5 they say has leprosy.
I know, but they hibernate. So if it's very cold, they don't go down and bury very far, and it kills them in the hole if it gets too cold.
Right.
I talked to a conservation agent once, and you know how you'll see an armadillo. I don't know if you've ever seen them. They'll be on the side of the road, dead, with their feet straight up in the air, and they're not ran over or nothing because they have a weak heart. And sometimes the headlights of a car will hit them, and they have a heart attack.
Wow.
Isn't that weird?
It is weird. That is weird.
Look at these little random clouds. Look, they're spraying. It's not leaving the trail. Why? Oh, look at that one.
Incredible.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure as long as I've been doing this, you see those dark objects behind the clouds,
Of course. I know they sprayed right above us here, right in front of us the other couple of days ago, and I was fucking.
Well, I was at the lake with my daughter.
And then it rained for 3 days. It's funny.
Oh, it's rained every day here almost for 3 weeks.
It's
We were all in this cove.
We had a cold winter, summer. Cold.
Yeah, we were in a cove
spring, man.
with all these boats at the lake.
Cold and
And
wet.
then here come all these planes, and all they did is spray right above us. That's the only place. You know, I got pictures of grid patterns. And you've seen them. Crazy shit.
Yes, I know.
But a lot of people, they can't see that shit. You know what I mean?
They don't want to see it.
I know, but I think people that don't can't.
That too. Oh.
But like most people,
I think
just
30% of the
they don't want
population, I say, can't see it at all.
well, we get on YouTube and we get a few people together and we think it's not that way in the world. Like I can ask people. Most people I know don't watch YouTube. You know, they don't know nothing about cop auditing, chemtrails, nothing. It's
Most
weird.
people want to be entertained, you know.
Oh, they're all in their own paradigm. What, you know, drink a beer and go to McDonald's.
Right.
Singing a song on top of the pole. I love songbirds.
Yeah, I love the songs in the morning
Oh yeah.
and the sunrise.
Right here, see that? That's the pavilion. That's the grandstand. Right there used to be a NASCAR asphalt track when I was a kid.
Right on.
And Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, they all raced there.
Sox and Martin, yeah. Right on.
Yeah, and also a guy, the local hero was named Larry Phillips. And his son even raced.
I'll look it up.
Oh, yeah. And there was another guy, I guess another guy raced, but his name was Dick Trickle. That was his name.
That's funny.
I think Mark Martin was like 15 and 16 when he raced here. And Rusty Wallace.
Dick Landy from Chicago. Was it
But
Dick Landy?
my buddy, his dad raced out here, and him and his brother were the pit crew, and he had the Dukes of Hazzard car, and it painted the same except it was 02 instead of 01.
Right
And he
on.
raced it. That motherfucker, his mom had a 72 Chevelle SS 396 cow induction. It was his mom's car.
Right on. My friend Brian had a 68 Camaro Z28 with the 302.
Oh, yeah.
That thing was a fucking monster of a car, man.
Oh, my
With the
sister,
racetrack.
my sister was married for like 19 years to her high school sweetheart. And his dad owned a funeral parlor, so they had money. He had a 68 Camaro. And one time this guy in his class, they were farmers, and they had a dually, and they rolled it. And he got the 4-bolt main 327 out of it, put in that Camaro.
Right.
And his dad he took that white carpet out of a casket, put, you know, in the back of the package tray. But he bought Recaro seats.
Right. You
know? He gave me the old buckets, the originals.
Yes.
And I hauled in some bitches around for 15 years, and then he sold the car to a guy that was my age. Well, then like 15 years later, my sister bought it back to surprise him, you know?
Right.
So he fixed it all up, and then he wanted to sell it, and he was getting big money out of it, right? So he called me back and said he wanted those bucket seats back after, you know, 15 years.
Really?
And so he was kind of a dick. So I found out who was buying it, and I sold him the seats to him for like twice what he was going to.
Right on.
Well, hey, you know, it was worth it. I carried him around all the years.
That's right.
And, you know, the 68 Camaro, they have a kind of like a pony bucket, like a Mustang.
Yeah, yes.
And they had a little oblong rectangle emblem right in the middle of the Chevy thing.
Yeah.
And one time my neighbor, he had a 68, and he was missing one of those emblems on the seat. And he said if I could find it, he'd give me $100 for it. But it wasn't even like 2 days later, I was at O'Reilly's. Some lady pulled in a beater Camaro with a bunch of kids in it, and she had all of them on there. I said, what do you want for that emblem? He goes, I don't care. I said, I'll give you $20. She said, you can have all 4 of them for $20.
Right on.
And I sold him one for 100.
Well, that's
I've
good.
always, I traded 100 baseball cards when I was in second grade for a kid's mom's diamond ring.
Incredible.
This guy was so rich, he would either give me money or pocket knives, all kinds of shit just to take his plate and dump it for him at lunch. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I've always hustled since I was a kid.
We used to hustle for hockey cards and
Oh yeah,
comic books.
yeah. We used to pick up pop bottles. You know what I mean? To get 10 cents out of them.
I know. I won the Superman first edition or whatever it was.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And the kid's mom comes to the house after 2 days or something. Said, little Ronnie's crying. He hasn't slept. And she offered me $20. I said, ma'am, that thing is worth more than $20. He shouldn't have gambled. I said, right.
Yep.
I put up my stuff, man. If I would have lost, I wouldn't have cried. I would have said, oh well, better luck next time.
I'll tell you what I did. This guy,
$20. He says, God will honor you a favor one day or something like that.
Yeah, you gotta go back home.
I'll take it. I said.
Me and my son, we used to go to this baseball card shop. This old man, and he sold Hot Wheels too. And we went there all the time. Well, then one time, he came over to my house, and I was, going through and trying to find stuff he'd buy. And then while I was doing that, he was trading my son out of his good Hot Wheels.
Oh wow!
And he was a dick. He's like, hey, and so guess what? Eventually, he closed. And then this guy in Springfield that won the lottery, he bought this big old GMC. What is that? Look. Speaking of possums, that's probably what that is right there.
Right. Interesting.
Oh, it's a groundhog. This guy that was real rich, he bought out it was a GMC dealership, and he had a flea market there, but he had a great big thing of baseball stuff. Well, he hired that old man to run it, right?
Yeah.
And he was greedy. I already knew that. So I was at the swap meet one day, and this other old dude had a 1952 Topps Mickey Mantle rookie. And I'm like, it's worth $40,000.
Yeah.
And, I said, where did you get this? He goes, well, my son goes to MU and he got it at a garage sale. And I'm like, it's wishy-washy. So I got out my loop from doing jewelry, and I looked at the card, and I go, this is fake. It's pixelated. And he was just looking at me like, how the fuck do you know that? So guess what happened? I had a bunch of Mickey Mantles, you name it, all kinds of old ones. And I brought them to him, and he would copy them and make these fakes. Well, he was doing it. What he was doing was using cereal box cardboard, and he was doing it on a computer. And it took I'm talking 6 hours to make one card because it was so, tedious.
Yeah, that's a lot of work.
I gave him a 69 mantle, a whole bunch of different people, Sandy Koufax. So I said, you can make cards off these, but you got to give me. He gave me 2 of the Mickey Mantle rookies.
Right.
So that guy at the ball card shop was greedy. So I told him I had one, a rookie. Mm-hmm. And so he's like, hey, his eyes just lit up. You know what I mean? So he said, I said, I'll tell you what, I'll give you that 69 Mickey Mantle, and I'll give you $300. And he was going to sell that Mickey Mantle rookie to his boss and make money on it. You know what I mean?
Yes, I understand.
So it was a fake one too, right? So I went up there and I had him put the check in my ex-wife's name, and I sold it for $3,500 as a piece of cardboard. Wow. I got even for the Hot Wheels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the guy that had the money, he was a millionaire.
Did you have any of those Eric Lindros rookie cards?
No, I didn't get into hockey.
No, just baseball?
They didn't have hockey here. They didn't have it on TV or nothing.
Right on. How about the
But I used to have
Did you get any
Brett Hall?
Brett Hall?
No, I used to. Dude, I sold all my shit a long time ago.
I used to have Bobby Hall rookie cards, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
I had that long ago.
I had Wayne Gretzky and a few of them. Actually, dude, I don't know if I still got any, but I lost all my
sold all my
storage.
stuff.
I do got a box of full. I used to have a whole shitload of hockey cards that were all they'd been open to pack, and that's it. And I didn't even know who they were, but I had like a Mike Messier. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I know him. Yeah,
Well, he is.
I had his card. Yeah.
I went to. I was in Dallas putting in video systems, and I went to the Dallas Arena, and they were playing the Blackhawks.
Oh yeah.
And Mike Messier was with, I think, the Blackhawks team, wasn't he?
I'm not sure. Edmonton and New York.
Well, I know the guy that I went with. He liked him. And we were in Dallas at the Dallas Stadium with the Stars playing. He was going for the Blackhawks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
But that Dallas Arena, it's like a mall. It's got a mall around it. The whole thing, you can walk around and there's stores. The whole thing. It's pretty crazy.
How about Gary Unger? You have any stories about Gary Unger?
I don't know who that is.
He played for the Blues for 15 years.
Yeah, I watched him when Brett Hall was there.
Oh, okay.
You know, and I know that the
How about the Cardinals?
the Maple Leafs are the Blues' enemy.
Yeah, yes.
You know how many times they beat them? I know it's shitloads.
Unfortunately, the Leafs haven't won the Cup in 52 years or something like that.
They haven't?
No.
Holy crap.
They got a curse or
No,
something.
and they're the Boston Red Sox.
They've got one of those White Sox curses. You know, you got to go 100 years almost, you know.
That's the Red Sox. What?
Red Sox, all those teams, yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, the Red Sox traded Babe Ruth to the Yankees, and they didn't win the World Series, so they beat the Cardinals in like 2000 and something.
Right on. I know.
I do remember the hockey team that beat Russia, you know, in the Olympics. That was a big deal.
Right. I know we got to watch that in class when we were kids.
Really?
The Russian-Canada game, yeah, the finals, yeah. The last two games.
That's
yeah,
cool.
they brought up the TV from the library. Oh, it was a big thing, man.
Hey, I was in boot camp whenever the Blue Angels crashed. You remember that?
Yeah, I heard about that.
And then Thurman Munson was a catcher for the Yankees. He got killed in a plane crash. And then I was in San Diego, and that year the Chargers made the playoffs, and they let us watch for like 3 quarters, and we never knew who won or nothing. You know what I mean?
Same with that Rocky Marciano. He got killed in a small plane crash after.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people that got killed in plane crashes. You know what I mean?
Right.
A lot.
That's true.
Like Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, he was in a helicopter, but his brother got out there at Clapton right when they took off.
Right. Yeah.
You know, they got that. Fender made that guitar he played exactly the same as it was, burnt and everything.
Decision you got to make. Do you want to, you know, do you wait and pay for another ticket, you know?
Yeah.
Or do you go, you know?
That was their destiny. They just picked the wrong way.
Yeah.
I mean, Payne Stewart, the golfer, you know, he's from Springfield. His mom lived here, B. And the day he got killed, I was at this tool place, and I was standing there, and this guy got a phone call, and he looked at me, and he said, that was B. Stewart. Payne Stewart just died because, you know, they got too high up in the air, and something happened where it froze them to death, you know what I mean, because it got too cold.
Yeah.
And they were on autopilot, and they were getting ready to head toward the city, and they were going to shoot it down, but it crashed before it got there, and they were frozen so solid that there's nothing left. They disintegrated when they hit, you know what I mean?
Right. Well, that was a golfer, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he's one that wore all the football. You know, he wore different football teams when he played golf in those
Right,
Mickens.
right. That's interesting.
Right down the road here is Payne Stewart Golf Course.
Right.
Well, he was famous here, you know. I mean, he's famous. He's from Springfield.
Right on.
And John Goodman went to college here, and Kathleen Turner, Bob Barker, Brad Pitt's from here. He graduated Kickapoo.
Yes, I know.
I know this guy,
Famous people
when he was
there.
in high school, Brad Pitt gave him his Letterman jacket after he graduated, and he sold it to the Hard Rock Cafe.
Right on. Why not?
You know, they got weird shit like that in there, you know. And, you know, Brad Pitt's brother, him and his brother were trying to open a casino down at Lake of the Ozarks. And his brother moved to Nixon, Missouri, where I had a pawn shop. And he was my sister was a realtor, and she was trying to find him a house. And he had in his truck of his car, he had all kinds of shit autographed by Brett, footballs, helmets, and he had And he had a baby on the way, and his wife was good looking because I met her. But he sold me his son's golf clubs that Brett Favre's dad had bought him. Their youth size. And then I met his wife, and she was pretty as could be. And then he tried to sleep with my sister, Brad Pitt's.
Of course.
Not Brad Pitt. I'm thinking Brett Favre.
Of course.
That's what it was. Brett Favre, not Brad Pitt. Was it?
Right.
You know, it was pretty crazy because they lived there. His son was a quarterback on the team, and they could never get the casino thing to go through down there, so they moved. You know, but he used his brother for different ways, you know, to try to get things done by giving autograph shit of him away.
Right.
My ex-wife was a cheesehead. She loved Brett Favre. She even followed him to Minnesota and the Jets, and you know, you don't go to the arch rival like they did when he went to the Vikings. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know, I bought her autographed Brett Favre helmet, and that's the first thing I sold when she left.
That's funny.
I was married 28 years, and she left. All she got was 4 drawers out of a waterfall vanity, and it had makeup and didn't have no clothes in it or nothing. Yeah, you know that Eminem CD Recovery?
Yeah, I think
I got that, and I listened to it, and that day I took everything of hers and put it in the driveway, and she never came and got it.
Really?
Yeah. So, you know, all these chicks, after I got divorced, I let a few chicks come around, and I just gave all her clothes away and shit to them. I didn't care.
Yeah, that happens.
I took all the pictures I ever had and burned them, you know.
Yeah.
I don't have one thing left from my marriage. Nothing. Not one
That's
thing.
Good. No ties up to bind, eh?
No, I mean, everything I got now, I got since then.
Kids from her.
Nothing except the memory.
Just the memories, right? And you can control
Yeah,
them.
because I had 5 storages and boxed up, and I had sales, and my kids didn't want none of it either, you know. And I offered it all to them, and they're like, "I don't want none of that."
All right.
You know, and plus the storages I had, they had like all the art I did my whole life in them, you know, like everything in them. And so I got art spread everywhere because they had an auction, you know, and all that shit.
Yeah, yes, I understand.
Because I had my family dictionary, and it was like a foot thick, you know, the old ones, you know,
Yes.
Webster, and I put death notices in there, 4-leaf clovers. You know how you do that? You put all kinds of stuff in the pages.
Yes.
Well, when I lost my storage, they auctioned it off. Well, some lady on Facebook bought that dictionary and started going through there and found my sister's picture and called her and gave it to her.
Wow.
And then I was like, "You don't believe all the stuff that's in there?" I go, "That was mine." And she goes, "Well, you can have it back." I said, "I don't want it. I can care less."
Just memories, old memories.
Yeah.
You know,
You
have
never
to move on, you know?
Yeah, you never seen a U-Haul fall in a hearse, have you?
No.
Did you see
where
where
a lot of stuff I've
Hey,
gone through over the years.
I went fishing down there where I go, and somebody cut my Cadillac converter off my truck when I was fishing 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Suckers. See these rocks? Look, whoo! I like doing that, throwing them out. Somebody will be gone in a day. Hey, the Cops Live, you know, the live cops that used to be on?
Yes.
They were here in Greene County for a couple of years, and they used to sit right down the road from here because this place used to be like booming, like every kind of thing, drugs, prostitutes, everything. And then this guy named he's a Sasquatch. He's in Springfield, Oregon. Let me think his name. Sasquatch.
Theory?
But anyway,
Theory, right? Yeah, that guy. I know who you're talking about.
well, yeah. I was filming one time out here, and he goes, "Is that place on Cops all the time?" And he's in Oregon. I was like, "Yep." But, I was going somewhere with that. Oh, I know what it was. They pulled somebody over leaving here one time, and it was a girl, and she was like a real winner, you know. And they searched her and everything. And he said one thing we know for sure: if we pull over a girl leaving here, they're going to have 2 things in their purse: an arrowhead and a dildo. I about fell out of a chair. You know? What a combo, huh?
That's funny. It's hilarious.
Oh, the women here kind of, you know, they'll cut you out quicker than man here.
That's good.
When I first moved in here, it was like 30 lesbians. and they were all
No.
fighting. They all looked like Butch, and they were fighting. And one day I went, there's two big old black dildos in the back of my truck. I'm like, what in the fuck is this? And then I fucking got my roommates go down there with gloves and throw them away. And the next day I seen some chick out there looking in the back of my truck. I was like, oh man.
Whoa.
Hey, I found one last year. I was walking, I seen a cell phone on the side of the road. It's perfect. And I went down, picked it up, and there's a blue one about 3 inches long sitting next to it. I'm like, ugh.
You see,
And actually, there's a bottle of vodka, a telephone, and a dildo in the ditch, like somebody got mad.
What was it back in the 90s, late 90s, the gay parade here in Toronto? They'd have the lesbian festival on Saturdays and the gay parade on Sundays.
Oh, so this is Pride Month too.
Pride, yeah. So,
It is, yeah.
it was horrible, man. Like you said, dildos everywhere, fucking plastic dildos,
It wouldn't be so bad, but those people,
rainbow
they
colors, fucking.
they like have to tell everybody in the world that shit. I mean, you keep it to yourself. Don't bother nobody.
Right.
I don't know.
I
know Tom McDonald has a song where he says, veterans go and die for our country and get 1 day a month, but Bruce Skinner turned into a woman and now they get a whole month.
It's funny. We had to deliver a piano to the fucking. It was right in the heart of the parade, man. Fucking. That was
You did?
I was laughing. Yeah, we had to deliver a piano and we set it up and guess who comes out? This the one queer guy. He was dressed
RuPaul?
like John, man. He starts playing the fucking piano. They offered us hors d'oeuvres, everything. Fucking.
RuPaul. He's been around so long. He's in that movie Love Shack with B-52s.
Wow.
Yeah, and if you notice in that video, if you look, there's like phalluses on the walls and shit. If you look close,
right. It was funny that day, and there was this one chick. She was huge, 300 pounds, naked, and the other chicks had her on a fucking leash or a chain.
I got one for you. This friend of mine was in the Navy, and he lived in San Francisco, and he had a band, and he used to date Christina Applegate. And I mean, he was pretty popular. He warmed up for Metallica, Megadeth. Actually,
Right.
Megadeth, or the drummer from Metallica stole Christina Applegate from him. But one night he went home with this chick from the bar, and she was a witch. And he said he woke up the next day and he was naked, and she was outside, had his clothes like doing something and burning them,
Really?
And so he's like, oh shit. So all he could find was like
Fucking weird.
some kind of like a women's lingerie or a nightgown or some kind of stupid shit. And he put it on and got on his Harley and took off, and he was in San Francisco, and he got stuck in a gay parade, dressed like a woman, kind of on a Harley.
Right. Fucking funny.
I wouldn't tell anybody that shit myself. Some things you just don't tell.
Right.
I got one where I lived. There was a cop named Steve Smith, and he ran the swimming pool. And one time we weren't geared to think that way. He invited like 6 guys over to his house, and we went and rented movies at the only place that had them. And they were like snuff films. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were like where they really kill people in, and we were just like freaking out because they were so demented. And then later on, that guy, he ran the swimming pool and shit, and he was a cop. And later on, I found out that he had been molesting boys from that town.
Sick.
And he's dead now. I mean, look at this. Look at all those turkey buzzards up there. Look how many there is. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 10 of them probably. Look.
Yeah, I see him.
Oh, there's another one over there. Look at that. I just watched this video yesterday that said that she filmed them coming out of the blue like this. Just look at all of them.
I see this one.
They had drones like that too. That the drones don't flap their wings.
Had to be a turkey vulture.
Yep. But they got. I saw last night. What's his name? I just been going to random chats where I don't know anybody just to meet new people on YouTube. And the guy was doing a baseball card thing, and then he came to my channel. I just streamed last night for like 5 hours, and he came, and I went back to his channel, and he had a video where this drone camera thing is mounted on a fly.
On a fly?
That's crazy. On a fly. They can mount a camera thing on a fly, and they can control where it goes and flies and everything.
I heard about that years ago.
Well, yeah, I've seen that video.
I haven't seen it, but I didn't.
Yeah, the mosquito squadron that flies in, order.
They got cameras that small now.
No, they have mosquito drones that fly like airplanes do in a pat, like they're a squadron.
Right.
I saw and that guy that I met. He had a video on there, and he had all kinds of shit videos from Ukraine, and it showed a guy running from a drone.
Really?
Yeah, they have suicide drones now. They're made just to go kill, suicide. Boom.
I don't agree with that.
No, and
Be,
they in the United States they have drones that are big as regular planes.
man.
They have people sitting there in a trailer with a uniform on with a joystick like a game, killing people out and like a
Why
game.
train soldiers then if you're going to play war games in the skies?
Well, yeah, pretty soon, there's not going to be any killing. It's just going to be, I don't know. I don't know what the world's going to do. I'm curious. We'll probably be gone before shit ever happens. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think we'll be around to see it.
I don't know. Everybody thought. My mom said they thought Hitler was the Antichrist. He was killing Jews, and
Right. A lot of people thought that back then.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing right there.
In a way, he was. One of many to come.
But we know that the story they told, isn't exactly like they said it. I know that.
Just like Napoleon.
Because I read on it, that World War I, they Germany that got screwed and they put sanctions on them where they were starving to death, and the Americans, English, and the Russians raped their wives and daughters in front of them. You know what I mean? Bad stuff in Germany. And the year before Hitler took over, 750,000 Germans killed themselves.
I believe that.
And there's all kind of. It's pretty wild. There's a sheriff.
But
they got him. Yeah, you got to be careful when you talk about that because so many people, the Holocaust and all that shit.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think those sanctions were pretty harsh back then.
There's a lot of stuff there.
Both sides. It takes two to tango. Both sides were.
Yeah, I know. But I saw where they said that. They've done. I'm not going to talk about it. It's not working.
No, don't bother.
I saw a lot of a lot of stuff. Wasn't true. But the first law he passed was no cruelty to animals.
Of course.
Back in the day when I had the pawn shop, I met this guy that he was going to buy the pawn shop, but I helped him show him how to run one. And I got these cards from him. They were black and white, and they're like baseball cards, except they were all Hitler. And they were propaganda. It had him with kids and all kinds of good pictures,
Yeah.
Well, then I met this guy that was German, and his dad or grandpa was a Nazi or something. I traded those pictures to him for a Suburban.
Wow.
Yeah. Like a whole vehicle.
Those Suburbans are nice trucks.
Yeah, but I'm sure those Hitler cars were probably priceless. But I just didn't want them.
You don't want to get caught with those.
No, we're the only people that have anything like Nazi stuff. There's none in Germany.
I believe that. Well, you're not allowed to have it. You get fucking jail sentence.
Yeah, and a guy I knew, his wife was in Germany, and I tried to show him to her, and she left. She got out. She just got him walked away out of the pawn shop. She didn't want to see him.
No, they don't. But down in Brazil, or where was it? Argentina.
Argentina is where he went.
They got little.
They exhumed his body, and it was a female.
Yeah, I think the Russians pulled a scam there. They knew all along that whatever.
Oh yeah, he knew they were coming. They had tunnels underneath the ground that
Right.
That diving. They had that technology about where they were going to fly. Like UFOs.
I know, but Hitler was terrified. What happened to his buddy there in Italy? He didn't want to get hung up on a lamppost, naked in the streets. Fuck.
Yeah.
And then picked apart. Fuck.
They put him in jail for a while, and he was still had power while he was in jail.
Right.
But if you look back at some of the stuff, they had all their flags flying and all that. It's just like we did at 9/11, patriotism. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
You couldn't. All the flags were sold out in Springfield. You couldn't buy a flag anywhere. And then after all the new war off and everything, I don't know if I tell you, but I went to Walmart once and they had 3x2 flags, pole flags, and they'd marked them down to 99 cents. And I bought 100 because it pissed me off. And I kept them in my car. And every time I seen a Purple Heart or a veteran plate, I'd run up, even if at a stoplight, and give it to the veteran and say thanks for serving, and just and boogie. I gave them all away that way, every one of them.
Right on.
Because it pissed me off. They had the American flag for 99 cents after it's marked down from 30 or something, because they all raised them up and made money on them when that happened.
Right.
Like they gouged gas for a while, and people got in trouble for that shit too. How much is gas there a gallon?
Oh man, it was up to $2 a liter, so that would be 4.5 liters is a gallon, so $9 a fucking gallon.
It still is?
It was. I haven't checked the past few days, but it was up for about 3 weeks. It was $9 a gallon.
That's insane. Right here, I think it's the highest it's been ever, and it's probably like
that is high.
449. 449, I think it is here. 449, and that's the highest it's ever been. Before fucking Biden got in there, it was like $1.75 or some shit.
I believe it.
That motherfucker.
Crazy, even though whatever, yeah.
But a lot of things that really went up in price. Of just to order fries at McDonald's here is like $3.
You don't see too many people driving around on the streets anymore like you used to because of the price of gas.
Yeah, I see a lot of people riding the mopeds.
Yeah, those things are death bombs. Fuck.
Yeah, but you can the city bus here, you can get a pass, but it costs $1.35 to ride it anywhere. You know what I mean?
That's good.
And you can get a pass for like a month, and it's probably like under $1 a ride.
That's probably what they're trying to do.
Last year I never rode on a bus or rode in a taxi, and I got on the city bus and a taxi just to say I did it last year. I was 58 before I ever rode in a taxi or a bus.
I remember that. Yeah.
But I never had to. I've always had a car or somebody that had a car. I never had to. The only time I ever sit in a taxi, I bought a quarter bag of weed off of a taxi driver one time.
I had a friend or two that were taxi drivers, and it was interesting. You take you out for a while.
Hey, the other day I went
strange people. Oh yeah, it's funny.
I got a friend, one of my best friends forever, who's left alive. He's had 2 strokes and a brain aneurysm, and he's fucked up. He looks like he's 70 and he's younger than me. And I went and picked him up the other day and brought him out here and fed him. Well, I tried to feed him, but I got him RV Super and he wouldn't eat it because he said he didn't like it. But he said, I'm going to go outside for a minute, and he never came back. And he can't hardly walk, you know what I mean? So I was like, what the hell? So the next morning, I got a knock on the door, and they said, front desk. They said, there's some guy sleeping in the back of your truck. You want us to get rid of him? And I looked out there, and I said, no, I know him. So then I went and dug some worms, and I took him fishing. And he was in the creek looking for arrowheads, and I only had 1 hook, and I caught like 35 fish, and I broke it. And I said, I'm going back to the truck. Well, he never came. And I went up and down the creek, and I went both sides and asked people, and they said no. And so I went back at 5 o'clock and fished, and I never found him. And then the next day, his nephew called me. He I don't know where he walked, but the sheriff picked him up, and he owes 12 months of child support on like 5 kids, and they put him in jail. Now he's in jail, and he can't even hardly talk or walk.
Unbelievable. I believe that. They never used to do that. Now they do.
Oh, they call it writ of attachment here. If you get behind 12 months, they put you in jail. They take your fishing license and your driver's license. You don't get them back till you get caught up.
I think before, when you reach the age like 75 or 80, they let you out of jail. Not anymore. Now they keep you till you fucking pass away.
Hey, I got a buddy that had 3 kids, and he never went to jail, but they garnished his wages at every job he's ever had. And one of his daughters, her grandpa died, and she took his pistol, and she killed herself, and he's still paying child support on her. She's not even alive.
No, you're joking.
No, you have to pay back. They charge interest, so you'll never catch up. You'll never catch up because of the interest.
Right. That's crazy.
But it's horrible. It is.
Yeah. Does he have to pay to what? To their adults?
No, he has to pay until he gets it paid. You'll never get it paid off.
Oh, wow.
Because he got so far behind that the interest, never catch up.
Yeah,
ever.
I understand.
And I think if a woman leaves you, they don't get jack shit. Because it's for better, for worse. You know what I mean?
I understand.
Because you got to have a license to drive a car, but anyone can raise a kid.
That's true.
I tell people in the United States where they charge our kids in school to eat, but give convicts and prisoners in jail free food.
Of course.
Isn't that weird? And when you go to
It
jail
is
here,
weird.
they give you a tablet. You get your own tablet, and you can have a TV in your room and cable too in jail.
Yeah.
That's why everybody goes to
Club
jail.
fed.
They need to fucking make them break rocks again. There's a county jail here that when they got put in jail there, he made them wear pink jumpsuits, and they had no repeat offenders there ever.
Even Jim Morrison, he got sentenced to 6 months fucking hard labor, man. Back then.
Well, they had the chain gangs, swing
6 months
low.
hard labor, in Florida. There, fuck.
Oh, yeah. Was that when he shook his dick out on stage?
Yeah. Supposedly, I don't know. You didn't see much. Fuck.
Oh, I know. That's stupid anyway.
I don't know why. That was just dumb. Fuck.
I don't watch the news, but hippie auditor, wandering hippie, I was watching his live stream one night, and they showed the end of that Johnny Depp trial, and I got to see, just the money thing, but I didn't watch any of it, and people are more absorbed with that than they were like O.J. Simpson and shit,
I don't see what the big deal is. It's old news.
Who cares? You know what? When they're in the system that are millionaires, I don't give a fuck about it. If they bitch or I don't care. They're whining and they're millionaires.
Yeah. Johnny Depp's career has gone downhill. So.
Oh yeah, they had clickbait said that he's going back on Pirates of the Caribbean, and then he said I wouldn't go back if they paid me $500 million or something.
He's got lots of money. He doesn't need to
Oh,
work.
I know.
He's getting older too, right? He's like 50 years old.
It's all bullshit.
It's time for retirement. Fuck.
Yeah, you make you wonder. They keep making that money. Why do they need 5, 6 houses and 50
You
cars?
gotta remember, the fans, the public, they demand to keep seeing these people. Doesn't matter if you're.
Hey, I'll see. Hey, my phone.
Doesn't matter if they're actors, movie stars. The fans demand more action, more music, more entertainment. Thank you, folks.
Like you said, they expect you to dance like Prince did way back in the day, like a monkey.
No, I
Are
heard.
there people listening on your thing?
Yeah, they want to make another Pirates of the Caribbean movie,
Oh God.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe even bring Keith Richards back. I think he's too old now. What is he, 80 something? 80 years old. It was interesting. I liked it when I seen him in the movie. He did all right.
Yeah.
Get a drink of water. Which one? The one, what was it with the mermaid? That was a weird one. I don't know.
I don't like that.
With Blackbeard. Yeah, that was, I don't know, interesting. Let's just say that. Yeah, he says he won't do, but if the price is right, the money, he'll do another one. I guarantee you he'll do another one. He just hasn't seen a script that he likes yet. Plus, it takes a long time to film those movies, right? How realistic are the stunts going to be when you're, how old is he now? 60? I don't know.
Two or some shit. I keep getting over, don't I?
No, she won't be in the movie.
Who won't be in the movie?
Yeah. Susie to you, anyone? Susie to anyone. Yeah, that's funny. Hi, how you doing? So what's new in the world of rock and roll? What is new? I'll play a video. Can you hear the volume? Oh, I can get this in there. Hold on. There's no sound.
Yeah, there's no sound, eh?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. It's Thank you. I'm going to sign off. It's lunchtime. Thanks. Have a good day.